everyone. Today we are having another wonderful session with Srinivasan sir. So I'm adding him to stage right now. Good evening, sir. How are you?
నమస్కారం అండి. సరస్వతి నమస్తుభ్యం వరదే కామరూపిణి విద్యారంభం కరిష్యామి సిద్ధిర్భవతి మే సదా.
Thank you very much, sir. So we will get start right now. I'm adding the slideshow to the panel. Wait a minute, sir. So you can please continue, sir. I will just be in the backstage. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay, namaskar. See, a remarkable symbol that appears on early punchmark coins is often referred to as six-angle grapheme or षट्कोण. It has got a variety of variations, but the punchmark seems to very clearly indicate the centrality of the dot in circle, which is the center. And there are normally about 6 spokes, then 3 arrowhead spokes, and 3 other spokes which end up with a pellet, or sometimes with a dipada, or the hoof of a bovine. And sometimes they are also referred to as fish fins joined together as a srivatsa. Fish fins are kambata. Similar sounding word is kamata. So the fish fins signify a mint, and it's normally mounted over a circle or a lotus. Lotus is tamarasa. Similar sounding word is tamra, copper. Or it could be a pellet, goti pellet, goti ferrite ore. So ferrite ore mint, or copper mint, or alloy mint. That seems to be signified by that Nandipada or Sivatsa symbol, 3 of them. And the 3 is significant because Kolomo is 3, similar sounding word is Kolimi, Smithi. So the Smithi of the mint, working with either ferrite ore or copper. And the 3 arrows. Arrows are Kanda, similar sounding is Kanda equipment. So metallic equipment are made in the mint. So the Shatkona seems to signify the substantial resources produced in the mint. One is the equipment, second are the working with resources like copper and ferrite ore. So this seems to be the signifier of this Shatkona. Next, please. Now, the Shatkona has a remarkable parallel in Bhaja Chaitya, dated to 100 BCE, which shows clearly 2 fish fins joined together, a pair of fish fins. Reversal sounding homonym kamata mint, thus alloy metal casting mint. So the alloy metal casting mint is indicated by Shatkona. Sometimes the pine cone that is shown as 3 spokes of the wheel emanating from the dot in the circle is a bulbous root, pitch kanda, pine, similar sounding lokhanda, tools, pots, pans, metalware. So the signifier of this Shatkona seems to be related to metalwork. And sometimes there are 4 kanda 4, similar sounding kanda fire altar, or kanda pine, similar sounding kanda implements. So the visual language of choosing the symbols seems somewhat incredible attempt made to describe metalwork in the mint. Ayo fish, the fish fin, ayo fish, similar sounding word, is metal, alloy, iron. It can be alloy metal as in Rigveda or iron as in Indo-European language. So this becomes a very common standard in the Sanchi and Barhut stupas. A spoked wheel mounted on top of these fish fins. So spoked wheel is a sarka in Pashto language. Several sound is arka, copper and gold. So copper and gold workers working in a mint. So this seems to be signified in the Sanchi and Barhut Toranas. Next, please. It's also sometimes referred to as Vajra, diamond time, very strong. So this is a variant of the spoked wheel symbol that becomes the typical symbol of the Panchmar coins. So we are able to find semantics which are able to explain the components of the symbol. So that's the beauty of this visual language. The artisan or the engraver takes extraordinary pains to use the flora and fauna words as graphemes and picks up the similar sounding homonyms or similar sounding words which signify the life activity related to metalwork or woodwork. That is the beauty of this writing system. The writing system, which can also be seen in sculptures, in the gateways, and also in these toranas of the Sanchi and Barhut. So the mint worker, in fact, there is a Mahavamsa quotation with the expression reads Ayogamata Dwara. Is referring to the gateway of Ayogamata, alloy metal mint. So the Sanchi and Barhut sites signify alloy metal mint working. And that's how come in the mints, the Panchmar coins show very frequently this Shatkona or the six-spoked wheel. Next, please. Okay, let us look at the 6 wheels again. Dot in circle, Kana is a drop. Kana is wealth, goods, possessions. So wealth of goods are being produced. What type of goods? Equipment and working with copper, gold, and in a mint. So the combination of these symbols is an attempt by the engraver of this beautiful symbol of the Panchmar coin to indicate their life of activity, producing wealth of the guild or for the guild wealth of the nation. So at least about 22 coins which have this 6-armed Vajra or Shatkona symbol are clear marks related to metalwork and mints. So it's a classic signification of the mint work of the Panchmar coin. The Panchmar coin symbol of the Shatkona signifies mint work, using resources to produce metalware. And details of metalware are recorded by these fine variations in symbols. And of course, the centerpiece is the dot and circle, which is Kana, drop, Kana, wealth, goods, possessions. Similar sounding word is Kana, wealth, goods, possessions. This dot and circle is so important. It becomes a symbol on the trefoil of the Mohenjo-daro priest. It gets dotted on the standard device in front of the unicorn. A lot of these drops are shown. There is something coming out of the portable furnace. And this is the dot. Kana, drop. Kana, what is? Well, goods, possessions. Or perforated beads. They are also creating wealth. Next, please. The thunderbolt Vajra, shown in the Keshava temple of Somanathapura. Vajra is a 6-angled. It's like almost called a thunderbolt, formed out of the bones of the Rishi Dadicha. In Rigveda, it is described as a metaphor of Dadichi's bones constituting this Vajra. The Vajra is a thunderbolt, which Usanas Kavya is said to have fashioned. He is a thruster, also has fashioned this thunderbolt. Thrasta, Tata, Tatar, brass worker, goldsmith. In Tatan, it's goldsmith in Tamil, Tatar in Indo-Aryan languages of the North India, refer to brass worker. So this Vajra becomes so important as a symbol of the artificial expertise and excellence achieved in metalwork by the ancient artisans of Bharatavarsha. Vajradakshana is a phrase holding the bolt in his right hand. Vajrabahu, Vajrahasta. So these are all various attributes of Indra. And they are also referred to in the Vedic texts. So it's made of iron. Iron is normally referred to as any metal. At that point in time, in the early stages of the Bronze Age, when they were working with a variety of metals like copper, tin, lead, zinc, and creating alloys and all that, they were trying to define the nature of the metal. It could be iron, it could be alloy metal, or it could be a bharata, a combination of copper, pewter, and tin. Bharatanche bande, made of bharata. So the word bharata itself could have been devised to signify the nation producing these metalwork artifacts. So Malati Shingde has noted how the Harappans of the Rigveda were indulging in this production of this Vajra thunderbolt. Next, please. So these are the locations of the mints. They range from Takshashila and even Gandhara to Andhra Pradesh, to Maharashtra, and in the east, it right up to Calcutta, and down also into Sri Lanka and Radhapura. Next, please. So this is how the symbols get about 5 symbols get punched on the coins. Here there are four symbols. One is clearly something like an elephant with horns, and the Shatkona symbol. 3 varieties, 2 varieties, and one symbol shows some kind of a stalk. Dhala, it could be a sprig, it could be a dhalako, Lord God. Elephant is Iba, elephant. Similar sounding word, Ib, iron, Ibo, merchant. Then the round circle is Gota, round stone. Similar sounding word is Gota, laterite for right ore, or a gold lag, braid or silver. Then there's also a crucible shape. It could be Kotari, crucible, similar sounding word, Kotar, treasury warehouse. So the mint composed of these resources are described in these 4 symbols of the Panchmark coin. Next, please. And remember, these are all quite a few of these symbols are legacy of the induscript. Induscript also has similar graphemes. For example, here in the Panchmark coin, we see the sun's rays. Sun's rays is a typical symbol, a seal, just shows sun's rays. What is sun's ray? Arka is sun's rays. Similar sounding word is Arka, copper, gold. Then the Kona, and the hair is also a induscript grapheme. Hair means Kara, Kar, blacksmith. Elephant, Ib, Iba, Ib, iron, Ibo, merchant. So these are the seafaring merchants and the artificers create the wealth of the guild. So all these simple representations are simple sounding word homonyms being read, reverse. Same principle that was used in the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Reverse principle. Similar sounding words are used to signify this flora and fauna and these symbols. Okay. Next, please. This is the possibly oldest Pachmar coin with the Shatkona. Two Shatkonas on these bent coins. They are made of silver. This is the Gandhara Pachmar coins. Beautiful. So we are now able to pin down the meaning of the components of these graphemes, component orthographic symbols, which constitute the expression of the artificer who wants to convey meaning, convey life activity. Next, please. Again the same, and a new sign 141417 of the Indus script. It's like a plate, like three coils of being plaited together to make it a rope or plaited hairstyle. Plate. A twist. It could be a twist or it could be a plate. So you can read the words. Sometimes it looks like a drum, a double drum. Pane, pane, pana, panava, pana, pana. Pana is a merchant, marketplace. It could be a very small copy, an oblong drum. It could be an oblong drum. Kannada. What is a daily account, a day book. Or it can also mean an order line. And Kannada also refers to drawing the pen over written letters, as in a school textbook. Next, please. Again, we have found another sign. Sign 391, spoken wheel. Sark in Pashto language means a potter's wheel. RA in Godi language is potter's wheel. Simple sounding word is Arka, gold, copper. And the plated, three plates of a plate. This is from the Mauryan Empire standard circulation coin called the Karshapana, silver Karshapana, of 2.5 grams payment. Next, please. 1/4 Karshapana. 1/4 Karshapana, again symbolized. We got now the Indus script, which shows the rays of the sun, Arka, sun's rays. This M2, M42, 428. Then the other side shows a unicorn with a list of text script. It shows the cargo that is being carried by this treasure guard. The reverse side shows the Arka, sun's rays. Similar sounding word, Arka, gold and copper. And this sign comes in the 1/4 Karshapana on this particular Pachmar coin. And of course, there's also the bow and arrow. There are also induscript symbols. Kamatio, archer. Kamata, mint. So that means the punch marks are symbolizing where the resources are being created or where the resources are being worked on, which is the mint. So it's an output of the mint. Next, please. Another 1/4 Karshapana, which shows the sun's rays as a symbol. Magadha Empire. They were roughly dated to 550 before Common Era. So a number of boards have been found. Thousands of coins have been found. All of them containing these kinds of symbols, which can be read in the context of the induscript tradition. Next, please. So the plated rope occurs in about 5 or 6 inscriptions of the induscript. If it is a plate of a woman's hair, it can be read as Medi, Mendi. Similar sounding word is Mendet, Med, iron, metal. Or it can also be quill, a plate in Tamil language. Similar sounding, quill, encasing gems. And here in this this particular scene, there's a drummer, Mandari furnace, Mandari village headman. He's those, then there are people jumping over the bovine, either a buffalo or a bull. The dulusu in Telugu is tumbling. Similar sound is dul, cast metal. So they're cast metal workers working with metal, iron, metal, right in the woman's hair. And of course, the famous wealth, possession, goods. Wealth here can also signify Karana, remove vessel, Karana, messenger, dispatch. So the cargo goods produced by these artisans are being exported or carried on as a cargo. Or they could also signify enchasing gems in the goldsmith workshop. Both readings are possible. Next, please. So let us take a deeper look at that particular field, which shows the drummer with the tumbling people around and that plate of hair. Every one of the symbols can be read in the Meluha language. Meluha is what? Different pronunciations of people from different language areas working together and observing words from one another. It could be a Tamil speaker, a Malayalam speaker, or Magadha speaker, or a Punjabi speaker, or a Gujarati speaker, using those pronunciations, making them their own. That becomes a linguistic area. This is referred to in technically linguistic terms as Pragbund, language union, speech union. So in this speech union, we get different words. From that, we are able to match similar sounding words to these symbols. So Mandari is a drummer, Mandari is a furnace, Mandari also is a village headman. Dollu is a drummer, Dol, cast metal. So both meanings are possible. Same thing applies to this splite as you have seen before. So the seal of the induscript, where on two sides shows symbols, many of which appear also in the Panchmar coins in later times, after 1,000 years. And in the induscript, they refer to the cargo that was transmitted and carried by messengers. So maritime cargo of this from this furnace output, furnace resources. This which words can be gone through step by step. Next, please. It can also be looked upon as a chain, linked chain. Kataka is a link of a chain. Katakam is a caravan, an army camp. These workers are all working together, as though in a garrison or a camp. In fact, the Urdu language appears only from a camp. So the words of the caravan constitute the Meluha words. Melaka, the company. Melaka is a company. Meluha is what is word used in the cuneiform text to refer to these speakers or producing these artifacts. Kataka is a link of a chain. Kataka is a caravan or army or camp. Lohala is a principal chain link. Lohala is a blacksmith. Lohara is a blacksmith. So a blacksmith work resources constituting wealth. Next, please. Lohala, principal chain link. Lohala, blacksmith. Lohala can also be a plowshare. Lohapala, plowshare. Lohala, blacksmith. Lohakara, iron worker. Now look at the number of languages. Prakritam, Pali, Sindhi, Kannada, Punjabi, Western Pahadi, Bengali, Oriya, Bihari, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Sinhala. These having similar sounding words related to the word Lohala, blacksmith. with slight pronunciation variations. That's what the typical characteristics of Mleccha or Meluha language. Pronunciation variants. Grammatical correction variations are made. Not very precise pronunciation, but variations in pronunciation. That's the reason why very often in these slides, many language terminology words are shown. It seems from variety of languages are shown, so the essential unity that existed in the ancient times during the Bronze Age. Next, please. At Kona, getting back to that, it can also signify, as I mentioned, Koti, around the stone pebble. Look at that dot. Lump of silver. So that means it's a mint, silver mint, producing these alloy metals and these vajrat and so on. So that is a signifier. Typical variations in the Shatkona symbol. 6 spokes, almost like the spokes of a wheel, emanating from the dot in center circular wheel. Dot in center, as you have seen, is Kana, drop of water. The word sounding Kana, possession, wealth, goods. So cargo. Next, please. So again on a benchmark coin, it's a Pana, that's to the east, 3.3 grams of pure silver. Beautifully on the one of the punches on both sides is this plate, which you have seen is Mended iron metal. Med also becomes copper in Slavic languages. So anything related to metal work, copper or iron. Next, please. Next, please. Now, beautifully, number of coins have been assembled together by Eddington from the British Museum. Panchmar coins. And the Panchmar coins are a survival of the Sarasvati-Sindhu civilization. Very beautiful article by Dr. C.L. Fabry appeared in the Journal of Royal Asiatic Society of 1834. And Jaiswal comments upon it. He remarkably shows a parallel between the Panchmar coin symbols and the indusscript symbols. It's a magnificent monograph. So symbols of the ancient coins are wealth ledger graphemes, the legacy of the indusscript writing system, accounting system. Next, please. So there have been 3 maps showing the locations of the mints. Look at the number of mints, scores of mints from Gandhar to Anuradhapura in Sri Lanka. So the spread of the distribution of the sites itself shows very clearly along the Ganga, Yamuna basins, Brahmaputra basin, Tamil Tapati, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, in Karur. Next, please. Now, this is the beautiful work of C.L. Fabry, where he compares the Panchmar coin symbol with the indusscript symbol. Every one of the symbols can be read, both in Panchmar coins and Indus Valley, having the same meaning. Same meaning sources. Mints are working with resources. The indusscript artisans are working with resources. So the comparison is valid. And the meaning is very clear. For example, the trough in front of an animal is shown. Pattar is a trough. Battudu in Telugu is a caste title of goldsmith. It's a goldsmith guild, Pattar in Tamil. Then the humped bull is Pola. Pola is magnetite ferrite ore. It can also be Kunt. Zebu or Brahmani bull. Kunt community guild. Buffalo can be Rango or it can also be Arana. Arana is a smithy. Rango is pewter. It can represent both pewter and smithy, smithy forge. Arana wild buffalo, Arana smithy. Beautiful. How the legacy continues. So the meaning of these symbols in the script can be traced into the early centuries before Common Era, 5th century or 6th century BC. They also continue in cast coins even after the Common Era. So the continuity of the languages and the unity of the languages is very clearly established, and it enables us to identify the symbols of the Indus script and read them, decipher them, using the languages of our subcontinent. Indo-Aryan words, Dravidian words, Mundarika words. Picking up those words which have got similar sounding representations of flora and fauna and resource utilization, wealth creation activity. Next, please. Because we are dealing with the accounting system. Next, please. Okay, this is a colorization of how the 3 or 5 punches occur on the punchbar coins and the photograph of the coins from the British Museum. They are very, very small coins, but very sharply orthographed, very sharp writing. It's amazing the artistic work that has been achieved. It's a magnificent symbol of the artistic competence of the artisans, the scribes of the civilization, engravers of the civilization. It's a continuous heritage which you can cherish. Virasat. Next, please. Again, referring to Fabry's article, more symbols. Now, in this case, the fish symbols, and in another signify a sequence of symbols, an expression, which appears in Panchmar coin as a parallel in Indus script expression. Amazing, isn't it? So that means the continuity is so emphatic. The symbols are used to signify wealth accounting, wealth to signify cargo being dispatched as a wealth category, to create the wealth of the nation. They are wealth accounting letters. The Panchmar coins are indicators of the resources produced in the mints, wealth acted upon, wealth created in the mints, in silver coins, copper coins, lead coins, and so on. Continuous heritage. Next, please. So the symbols perpetuate the continuum of the symbols, not only on the Panchmar coins, but also even in structures like the gates of Barhut or Sanchi, where the fish fins join together. As you have seen is Kamata, Yo Kamata Dwara, or Mahavamsa. Takshashila coin, showing the mountain range. Mountain range is Danga. Danga is a blacksmith. Then the Panchmar coins also shows Takshashila symbol of this Kambata, fish fins joined together. Atop a lotus, Tamarasa, Tamra, copper. Then fish, Aya's alignment. And the globe, the goti, is a pellet. Goti could be silver or it could be ferrite ore. So the profile of the humped bull becomes a very important signifier of creating wealth categories. Next, please. Thousands of them have been found. In scores of mints from Taksha to Karur. I submit that we don't look for Rosetta Stone. These thousands of coins are the Rosetta Stones. Because wealth is being recorded in both the coins and in the script. The accounting ledgers in the script and source documentation in Panchmar coins. So these are Rosetta Stones, which shows the same type of symbols. Whether it's the sun's rays or a crocodile catching a fish. What is a crocodile? Karavu. Fish is Aya Karavu. alloy smith, blacksmith, ayakara. And it's on a seal which is a prism seal from Mojadar. It has also got shows a boat carried on by this blacksmith. Next, please. So the combination of symbols, both on induscript and on the benchmark coins. Hundreds of coin boards have been found, dated from 6th century to downwards. And we also found symbols on the Barhut and Sanchi Toranas. This fish symbol is very categorical. Akasale, Akasala, Harkar is sun's rays. Akasala, mint, goldsmith. Akasala can be both a goldsmith and also a workshop of a goldsmith. Next, please. Tamaratsa we have seen before. Ayokamata Dwara mentioned in the Mahavamsa, both in Barhut and in Sanchi. The Srivatsa symbol typically means in Sanskritam, favorite of Sri Lakshmi, wealth, the favorite of Sri Vishnu. So Vishnu gets a Srivatsa on his chest in some other sculptures. Mahavamsa reference is given 25:828. This Mahavamsa is dated to 5th century Common Era. It's a Pali text which uses this expression, Meluha expressions. Next, please. So, taking a look at that fish wings joined together as Srivatsa, and how we have done it as Kambata, based on the Mahavamsa text reference, referring to Ayokamata Dwara. That is the entry gate of Ayokamata, alloy metal mint. And we have seen the composition of the punchmark coins, punchmark symbols. Next, please. Again, getting back to the other specific coin, 4 official punchmarks, each of them have been read and documented. It's called Vajra and punchmark coins. So we have seen already that how we can, the 6 arms of the symbol, 6 arms of this composite symbol can be read as a metal merchant or working with alloys and creating resources. Next, please. Again, same thing, the Srivatsa symbol. It's a stylized way of presenting, and the bow and arrow, Kamata, it's a bow. Similar sounding word is Kambata, mint. Sun's ray, you've seen before. Arka. Sun's ray. Arka, copper, gold. Arkashala, goldsmith. Next, please. So, Tamarasa, Ayokamata, copper, alloy, metal, mint. Is Srivatsa a divine metaphor of wealth? So, the Gandhara Panchmar coin, Imperial Magadha Panchmar coin, and other coins. The twist symbol or the plate symbol. Next, please. Sun's rays, more details given, more options for Meluha readings. Lokhanda, iron tools and equipment. Next, please. So, induscript writing system on ancient coins of Karshapanas, which were basically silver pieces stamped with 1 to 5, 6 or 6 rupees. We also have an induscript inscriptions about 5 to 6 symbols. They were originally only on the upper side of the coins. Initially issued by Janapadas or Mahajanapadas, and generally carried minute mark or marks to testify their legitimacy. Silver punchmark coins ceased to be minted sometime in the 2nd century before Common Era, but exerted a wide influence for the next 5 centuries. This is the documentation by Parameshwar Lal Gupta. He's a brilliant numismatics expert in the book called Coins. It's the National Book Trust. The quotation is taken from that book. So the numismatists have made a significant contribution to the understanding of our induscript and the symbols, and enable us to decipher the meanings of these symbols. Next, please. Nigama is also one of the expressions given in one of the coins. The comment at the bottom we have seen Nigama. Nigama is a traders guild. Is a village. Gama is a grama. Nigama. So Bajpai in Indian numismatic studies explains how the guilds or corporations of traders are empowered to issue these coins. It doesn't require a Raja. The Janapadas had the authority given to the mints to issue the coins. And they were the common coins accepted all over the country, also in the Middle East, because of the copper or lead or gold content or alloy content. Next, please. Nigama, Traders Guild, the derivation for the word in the ancient texts of Sanskritam. Nigama also refers to a town or a city or a marketplace, according to the Sanskritam lexicons. The Jaina text also refers to Nigama and explains the meaning of that word. Next, please. So here you have cast coins. Both sides are punched. One shows a wheel with spokes, other shows a zebu, or Brahmani bull, or humped bull, and the top inscription written either in Brahmi or Koroshti. These are coins taken from the mintage world. Same symbols, same meaning. Then the Krishnamurti also refers to similar coins found in Kannur in South India. Pallava coins, Pallava kingdom. So the continuity of the language, continuity of the symbols all over India, which united the entire country, right from north to south. So Pallava coins contain the same symbols as we see in the induscript and also in punchmark coins. Next, please. Again, a snapshot which you have seen before. Next, please. Sunga Empire coin, one and a half Karshapana. Again, coin symbols are Kamata, portable furnace, Kamata mint, Kariba elephant, Iba, Ibo merchant, Satuvu, Nastika, Satya, similar sounding, Satuvu, pewter, Ratta, zinc in Hindi. Altar, Kuti tree, Kuti smelter, Kotari crucible, Kotari treasure warehouse. Dang, mountain range, Dangar, these are the resources to create wealth. Next, please. In from the CL Fabry's comparison of the punchmark symbols and induscript symbols. It's a fantastic piece of work. And each of these symbols can be read in the Meluha language Spragbund, linguistic area or speech union of the Meluha speakers. So the means who are the Meluha speakers? Speakers of artisans working in guilds, working together in these workplaces. Next, please. So the dot in circle becomes the classic symbol on the shawl of the priest, and he also wear the dot in circle on the forehead, also on the right shoulder. He's a potadara, he's a shroff. He surveys material coming into the treasury, and he is an expert in variety of metals. He'll be able to pinpoint whether there are any forgeries or value of the coins, value of the material being brought into the treasury. He's a potru, potadara, podar, shroff, Mohenjo-daro priest. So a priest for whom a statue has been made, it is in the memory of that great person who introduced this guild, brought them together, and gave them this technology of this metalwork and also writing system using the symbols. So he is venerated, and this veneration also is expressed in Satapatha Brahmana in Taidata describes how the priest is anointed after successful performance of a yagna. Yagna also is where metalwork is carried out. The Magadha Panchpara coin. Next, please. Copper Guild Company. Copper Guild Company coin. We can see how the Copper Guild records the accounting system. Ledger, sun's rays, Shatkona, and a fish swimming in some kind of pond, and so on. The links of 3 links together, link chain. Kataka army camp or artisan camp. Next, please. Same symbols, same type of readings. Some variations symbols occur. The combinations of symbols. In this case, the elephant also is shown, and the bull or horned bull or bull is shown on top of a mountain range. Dangar is a dangar working with magnetite ore. Pola, magnetite ore. Pola, zebu. Next, please. So Arka, copper, gold. Arka, sun's rays. Agasale, goldsmith. Arka, the goldsmith. Agasale tea is a woman of the goldsmith caste. Agasale, workshop of a goldsmith. These are all Kannada expressions that I have listed from the Kettle's dictionary. And words taken from the University of Madras Tamil Lexicon. So look at this. The beauty of the words found in the Dravidian languages, Tamil, Telugu, and also in Tamil, and also in Prakritam, Gujarati. So there was a linguistic area that existed during the days of the Indus Saraswati civilization. Sindhu Saraswati civilization during the days of the Bronze Age. Next, please. Again, work of CL Fabry, which shows the symbols of the induscript, compares them with the punchmark symbols. On the throat of the unicorn, a circle is shown in one of the seals. Melka, throat. Melaka, meeting. Melaka gives rise to the word Melka. So these Melka workers, people working in a company, people working together as a guild, as a Sreni, created this Melka. Next, please. Again, the symbols that were recorded by Fabry and the parallels found in the induscript. Each of these words, each of the symbols can be read in the Meluha Indian Spragbund language union words from a variety of languages. Next, please.
So this presentation is completed. I'm adding another presentation.
Yeah,
This
take
one
it.
is a copper plate of 1018 and a CM 397
Okay.
of copper company.
Okay. So we'll now get into more detailed presentation of specific symbols and specific descriptions. Here is a copper plate H1018, which shows a unicorn face tagged onto some kind of an octopus. Then seal 397, M397 Mojidaro shows the unicorn's face tagged onto an octopus. What is this octopus? We can read it. Veda, Veda, Veda. It's an octopus in Landa language. Vedari is a man in charge of the treasury. Vela also is a building, a courtyard, a warehouse. So Vela, the octopus represents a warehouse. Then what is that head of the unicorn shown? It has got rings on the throat. Melaka company. What company? Mreka. Meka in Telugu. Mreka, the goat. Milaku, copper company. Then there's a one horn, spiny horn. It's called singer. Singin is a forward thrusting spiny horn company. Copper ornament goldsmith company and warehouse. Copper ornament gold company warehouse. What are the details given? The person standing, wet body. Then there is a rim of a vessel, kana, wealth resource or goods or karana are scribe. Then a fish with fin, kamata, ayo kamata, alloy metal and mint and some kind of a warehouse symbol. Kotaru, kotari. Now we can see that in this copper plate, which shows this remarkable combination, the combination is called sangada, joining of parts of animals is kangada in Marathi. Sangada means a dhow, a maritime vessel, a boat. Sangad also means an invoice issued on approval basis. Sangadio is a treasure guard. Sangadam in Malayalam is a treasure guard who carries this material. He is responsible for carrying this material. So the unicorn signifies a courier, treasure guard of the guild, using a dhow or a maritime vessel, carrying, being responsible for the cargo. He is an armed guard, treasure guard. He is a warrior. That is what the unicorn signifies. So the unicorn becomes a very great respected symbol all over Europe. Mesopotamia, you see a unicorn with wings attached in Ishtar Gate and in Apadana of later Christian era, common era days. Next, please. Velama in Telugu could have come from this word Vela. Velama is a artisan, artificer. Unicorn we have seen, face of a goat, Mreka, male, goat, Brahi. Similar sounding word Melaku, Lechmuka, copper. Melaku is copper in Pali. Copper color. Melekajana. So octopus is attached to it. And the throat shows Melaka throat. Melaka meeting Congress Assembly Company. Copper worker company. Melaku company. Melaku Melaka. Melupa. Next please. Beautifully, a Tamil text of Purananuru has a brilliant exposition of how the Vedir of the Chera period of 49 generations from Dwaraka, it's called Tovarai in Tamil. So this Vedir traced their ancestry 25 generations before from Dwaraka. So the Tamil people, Tamil speakers called Vedir, were in Dwaraka. They moved south along the coastline into Kerala, Chera kingdom, Sangaram, and then moved into Tamil Nadu. And this text is an emphatic proof of the linkage that existed between South India and North India. How the linguistic area was created, where the Tamil words, Prakritam words, Gujarati words, they're all joined together. A speech union was formed called the Indian Spragbund. That's why we are able to reconstruct the trade glossary of the Meluha language using the induscript symbols, treating them as each of them as graphemes. This is a beautiful, effective literary text available from Purananuru 201. துவை மாநகர் நின்ற பொத்து தொன்மை பார்த்து கிள்ளி வேந்தன் நிகரில் தேன் தென் கவரி நாடு தன்னில் நிகழ்வித் நிதிவாளர். So the person who was able to establish the order and law in this country, in Kavari Nadu, Kavari country, then Kavari country, came from Dwarai. Dwarai is Dwaraka. This is what the Purananuru text records. Purananuru is one of the oldest texts of the Sangam literature. You don't know the date? You can make any date. Maybe say, let us assume 500 before Common Era. So 49 generations. If you add 25 years for each generation, it will go back to 2000 before Common Era, the date of the Sarasvati-Sindhu civilization, where we are reading the script. So this is an emphatic proof that the Indus script can be read as Meluha trade glossary graphemes, which can also be seen in Tamil language dictionaries, Kannada dictionaries, Telugu dictionaries, Malayalam dictionaries, Konkani district dictionaries, Marathi dictionaries. They all have similar sounding words from which you are able to reconstruct the meaning of the symbols. Next, please. Now, how does the word Meluha come from? We already mentioned it. Here is the Meluha word inscribed in the cuneiform text on a cylinder seal. What does it say? This seal belongs to a little man sitting on the lap of the Akkadian merchant, sitting on the chair, on the stool. That he is the interpreter of the Meluha language. This is what the Akkadian text reads. Meluha ki. Shu ilishu. Meluha ki. He is the interpreter of Meluha language. Why is it called Meluha? Meluha word comes from Melakku, Melaka, Meluha traders, Meluha company, copper company are shown on this. And who are the merchants? Male merchant from Meluha, female merchant from Meluha. What is the male merchant carrying? He's carrying a meka, a goat. And his goat is raised up arm. Yaraka is upraised arm. Yaraka is metal infusion. The goat, as we have seen, symbolizes meka, Melakku, copper. So he's a copper merchant. And this lady is carrying a measure, a liquid measure. Ranku is a liquid measure. Ranku is tin. So they are copper and tin traders dealing with an Akkadian merchant with an armorer. Moonshine, moon symbol shows crucible, a warehouse. The warehouse we have seen where he has got these parts which constitute the warehouse. So this cylinder seal of Shu issue, which refers to the Meluha merchants coming from Meluha. What is the Meluha region? The Sarasvati-Sindhu area, the Tamil Nadu area where this speech is spoken. So these are the people who traded and created this trade cargo glossary. Trade glossary. Next, please. We have seen this beautiful Vela what type of bull is this? Konda is a bull, young bull. Konda is a circular hamlet village. I submit that these circular working platforms are circular huts. There would have been some kind of a roof on top of each of the circles, where it was a working place for these workers. It was a patada or pada. Patada in Telugu. Yes, Smithiyara workshop. Workshop working with metals and woodwork. Both of them can be carried on. They could also have been working with textiles. Next, please. Melaka, we have seen before. Melka is the throat. The throat of the unicorn has this circle, spoked wheel. Why is spoked wheel put on top of the throat? Because he wants to indicate the throat word. Melka is the throat. In Kurku language, Maltese language, Melke, throat. Similar sounding word is Mela, meeting, Melaka, company, assembly, union. Look at the number of words in different languages. Gujarati, male, Marathi, male, Marwadi, melo, Sindhi language, melu, melo, meli, Sinhala, mela, Western Pahadi, melo, market, fair, mela, collection, Karwar, Karwali, collection, congregation. These groups of people working together. The Tamil speakers, Kannada speakers, Telugu speakers, Prakritam speakers, Pali speakers, Gujaratis, they were all together. They created the Meluha language, Indian Spragbund. So on the deck of the unicorn, this spoked wheel is shown, say, spoked wheel is Sark, Arka is copper and gold. Copper and gold, and the unicorn shows Singi, ornament gold. So ornament gold workers working with copper and gold were the traders in carrying this Kanchu metal, as seen on the text inscription on this seal M712. Where will come the workshop material coming from? Kolamo 3, Kolimi Smithy Forge. Kolimi in Telugu, Smithy Forge. And another sign, Kolom, rice plant, similar sounding word, Kolimi Forge, Smithy. Next, please. Melaka. Look at the number of words she got the word Mela. Gathering, collection, accumulation, company, guild, meeting together, unity. The unity of the people, artisans working together in an industrial complex. That's the key signification of the word Mela. Melaka. The throat. Next, please. Melaka. Oriya language, Kannada language, Melaka, Congress, civil service, copper workers. It also called cognitive with Meluha. So the Lecha is a word added on to Meluha speakers because of the mispronunciation they indulge in. Ungrammatical speech. In that speech is reported as a language in Mahabharata in Jatu Gruha Parva, Black House Parva, where Kanaka and Vidura explain to Yudhishthira how Duryodhana is trying to plan them to destroy them in Laksha Gruha, in the Black House, using non-metallic weapons. So that technical detail is being communicated in Meluha language. That's what the Mahabharata says. Blecha language. The language is referred as Blecha, which is the cognate of Meluha. Next, please. So we have seen how the word, the octopus symbol can signify a warehouse or a treasurer, battery or velo or a workshop or a warehouse. And young bull is Konda. It could be a circular working platform. Konda. Next, please. The text of the inscription on M297, which shows the octopus and the unicorn head, could be a manda, a raised platform, signified by the sign 197. Similar sounding word is manda, warehouse, workshop in Kokadi language. So warehouse and workshop relate to this. Manda is some kind of a framework. Manda is a workshop or a warehouse. Next, please. Manda is a raised platform. Manda also can be in writing, expression, and engraving. Mandayati, adorn, decorates. So it could be ornamental, a gallery of ornaments. Mandai writes. Next, please. Mandapa, it can also be a mandapa, an open temporary shed. And see how the expressions, how the semantic expansion takes place. The word of a looks like a platform, raised platform, can explain further temporary shed used in festival occasions, like a marriage festival spread, festival erection, festival shed that is erected, or a kind of house found in forest villages, or it can be a shed with a thatched roof. So each of these circular platforms in Harappa would have had some kind of a thatched roof on top, put up on top of a central pillar, ring stone pillar, and that could have held the thatched hut. So Manda is a temporary shed and also is a workshop. So that's how the canopy is described. Next, please. So the other two symbols are famous of this standing person and the rim of the jar. Rim of the jar is Karna. Karna, dispatcher, messenger. It can also be Karna, wealth goods. So the artisan details can be read from the symbols that are used in the text script and matched with the Veluha grapheme or words which describe the symbol and similar sounding words which describe the material involved or resource involved or wealth involved. Next, please. Go on the same lines and pick up a shown for you is a scarf on the neck. Dhatu is a scarf. Dhatu is mineral ore. So he is dealing with mineral ores, gold, copper, silver, and so on and so forth. So he's a metal worker dealing with variety of metal resources. You can read through it as later. Next, please. Karnika. It can also signify the Karna, the rim of vessel, can also be read as Karnika. Karnika is a steersman, the man in charge of the boat, the cargo boat. He is a helmsman, steersman. It can also be a Karnamu, in the a village accountant in Telugu. Karnikam in Tamil. Kannada language in Oriya. Yes, a writer in Oriya. Handwriting, called Kannada. Next, please. Young bull is seen, Konda, young bull. Honda is a circular hamlet, artisans for hamlet. The rings on the neck can also be codium, code workshop, artisans workshop. Vela can also be Vela. Velir came down to Savaraka. Next please. Vela octopus, Vela. Kannada. Embossed design. Could be an embossed design. Kannada. Kannada is Adalai. Kannada is a day book. Karku is engraving in Tamil. Karamniachi, Gujarati, Marathi, Kannada. Detailed explanation is given in Marathi. That is dictionary of Marathi and English. Next please. So copper plate and the octopus seal. Next please. Matari in Telugu can also refer to a leader, a headman. Matari. Meti. Medi. You know the twist. The verbal word news. Next please. The composite paternal motive of Changadio battery. Changadio we have seen is a person, a military treasure guard, who is also a treasurer. So he is in charge of the treasure. He becomes the treasure guard, carrying the treasure from the treasury for trade. And the typical expression for joining is Sagada, body formed of two or more fruits, animals joining. Sagada. Jangada is double canoe. Jangad in the Portuguese maritime boat. Dhao it's called. Double canoe. Next please. So the argument for Meluha, tracing it to Melaka, as the Pragbund of the Bronze Age of the Sarasvati-Sindhu civilization, can be summarized. That is without indicating whether the word came from Akkadian into India or to India it went to Akkadian, without getting to dispute on that. Without indication in the direction of borrowing, we can clearly establish that these are cognate words, Meluha and Melaka. Melaka is a typical Indian word. Meluha is a word that is used by in Akkadian texts. So the word Meluha, they are the Mlecha, the Melaka, the company, copper company, metal company. Next please. An alternative explanation can be given. A single animal is a ton. Ton, in linguistic terminology, becomes tana, body, tanu, body of a person or self. Tan becomes a suffix. So linguistic expansion use of this word tan, which can signify a body, but also signify a self, and gets as an added suffix to a number of words. Tanuja, part of the body. Tanupa, protecting life and body. So the whole word, the root phoneme, tan. For example, in the Santhali language is used with the number one, tanmit, one. Mittana, I bring one. That is specifying it. Tan. So the linguistic variations that take place in different languages, the Indo-Aryan, Mundarika and Tamil and Dravidian languages, but the core morpheme root is Tan. Single animal or single thing. One body. Next, please. So we can definitely postulate together with Barrow and Yamano, and Yamano makes a fantastic speech in Annamala University, who is the co-author of the Dravidian Etymological Dictionary. He says, after having done the etymological dictionary for Dravidian languages, he says Meluga was possibly a linguistic area of the civilization, which we call the Sarasvati-Sindhu civilization. So the Franklin southward was also done on archaeological work and tagged it to the linguistic repertoire of all the languages of our country, particularly the Dravidian languages, agrees with this concept of the linguistic area. So this is now an accepted framework for linguistic analysis of how the languages were formed in our country. There was a unified language structure called the Swagbund Language Union, and they differentiated and became different languages: Magadhi, Magadhi, Bhojpuri, Marathi, Marwadi, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Marathi, Malayalam, Konkani, Tulu, Oriya, Sinhala. So these are the language evolution took place. Next, please. So the tan becomes tam in Tamil. The Dravidian languages use the word tam to expand further. Tam means body, self. Tam, together, group of people, they themselves, a plural. Tana in Telugu means own, his, her, mine. Tanadi. Tanadi means mine. Tanadi. His. So the tan word, which signifies a single thing, gets used in linguistic expansion of the language repertoire of the people in different languages to arrive at very precise formulations of verbal explanations, verbal expansions in semantics. Next please. Tana, own, his, her, mine. Tam, before vowels occurs, they themselves. Tanadi, Tanavaru, Tamu, plural. They themselves, Taru, Tamaru, Telugu. So this is how the words undergo expansion in semantic. So now we can see it will be very clearly possible to establish a linguistic Spraakbund, a language union, speech union, which resulted in the variety of languages of our country. So the present-day languages of Bharat are a legacy of the Bronze Age, where people worked together and created that language union. Next, please. Then more expansions in Kannada, Tan, they themselves, Tanu, Tan, Telugu Tana, own, his or mine, Tanu, of which this is negative. Tana Chetana, Ante, Antaduri. He reviled them to the utmost in his power. So his strength resulted in the reviling, expressing his power. Tana. Tanakotane, by himself. Tane just he or his own account. So Tanadu, own. is her. Tarudu. Next, please. So these are examples of how the semantic expression takes place and different language forms are evolved. So we don't have to differentiate them as different languages. They are all from a unified language of the Indian Spragbund language union. Okay. So it is a storage part which contains the symbols script, and this thin end of the edge of the part would have been kept in a supermarket like this to hold these conical vehicles. Conical vehicles held articles indicated by symbol. They are obviously related to bind, harrow, bed, metal, iron. So iron articles are kept for sale in the market. Next, please. So Deshi Bhasha. Kannada is a Deshi Bhasha in cuneiform records. It's called Melaka of company words. Milakku. Milakku Rajanam. Deshi Bhasha is signified by Deshi Ramamala of Hemachandra. So the language of the Indian parole, the language form, the speech form of the Bharatiya artisans and merchants. So he is the Mandari, the head village headman, whose seal appears together with the text script. And the arch is Manda. Manda is warehouse. And the leaves are ficus leaves. Not ficus leaves, but leaves butter, the banyan tree. Next, please. Butter. Butter. Banyan tree. Now you can see the different words to express the banyan. Bata is a furnace. Bata is iron. So the canopy signifies a warehouse containing products from the furnace. And he is the man in charge. He is a Mandari. He is the village headman. Mandari is also a furnace. Next, please. So he has got 3 twigs on top of his head. It could be chula, it could be a furnace. So he is the furnace in charge. So when you wear chula, the engraver seems to indicate that this person standing should be seen as Mandari, a drummer. Mandari also is a furnace. Mandari is also a village headman, can also be a furnace. So he is signifying a furnace related to butter. Iron furnace. Next, please. And he makes array of instrumental manda. So again in Meluha, it's a Deshi bar. So in Deshi Namamala, it's called Deshi. There they call it Meluha. So different words, but expressing more precisely what is intended to be conveyed. Mirchakatika uses the word Deshi. Next, please. So here you have good examples of seals. That's just only the fish is shown in front of the animal. What is fish? Fish. Yes, a live metal. What is Meka? Milaku. Milaku copper. Meka copper. Meka coat. Then unicorn and bull joined together with fish as the symbol. Alloy metal. So the Zangada composed of the ornament gold worker and also the Bharata metal worker. Bharata anche bandi. Bharat is a bull. Bharat is a alloy of copper, pewter and tin. Next, please. So 3 scenes, one text script he wrote. Only sign is shown. But that's left as a grapheme. Aya, fish. Aya, alive metal. Aya, alive metal. Yes, iron in Indo-European languages. Next, please. So now you can summarize how this frogbound operated. For example, IO is fish in Mundarika languages. We have given the complete lexical repertoire of IO. Isn't it amazing? And this similar sounding word, IS, alloy metal, becomes in European, Latin IS, Gothic ice, Thema, Aisha, Old German, air, like Airi. So Airi, IS, Aira, a kind of small fish. Ail, javelin, lance, in Malayalam. So metal object, iron work, iron, the, in Pali, Prakritam, iron, Sinhala, iron. So metal work seems to be indicated clearly by the signature of the fish. Becomes Aya in Pundarika or Austro-Asian languages, Airi, Aili in Tamil, Telugu, etc. Next page. The dancing girl becomes a symbol. Here is a portrait which shows the dancing girl. Because dance pose is a word, Karana. Similar sounding word is Karana accounting system. Kannada dispatch messenger. Kana wealth goods. So signifies wealth, signifies accounting system, signifies messenger and dispatch, cargo. Bronze dancing girl. Similar sounding word is Bati, furnace. Bati, lamp quick, reverse, Bati, furnace. Kara, she's wearing bangles. Kara, similar sounding words, car, blacksmith. She's a blacksmith lady. So this becomes Rosetta Stones to define the closet trade recorded in the Indus corpora. The entire 9,000 inscriptions on the script can all be related to this trade closet. Next, please. So now we can summarize on this M1656, where the Unicode has been shown in front of a standard device with the pot on top, the overflow. Low is overflow, Kanda is pot. Together, no Kanda. Metal implements, metalware. So metalware is indicated by the spectral which he wears on the chest, like a pendant. And each of the parts of the body of the unicorn are signified by its depression. Maybe it would have had some red paint or lapis lazuli ingrained in that depression. And the standard device in front. Each of the components of the standard device can be read. Sangadam, Nagadio, Jangad, approval basis invoice. And each of the components of the unicorn be read. Stanka, the tie, Tanka, the mint, Takashala, Kantala, the double bag, Kantala, maritime boat, the belly, then the legs. The unicorn appears as a young bull, Konda, young bull, Konda, circular hamlet, as seen here in Harappa, and so on. And the ear, Karna, Kana. So now the components of the grapheme of the unicorn. Components of the grapheme called the standard device with dotted circles. Kana, drop, Kana, wealth, goods, possessions. On top is a lathe, Kutaru. So is a lathe the worker, is an ornament worker, Ornament Goldsmith Company, the throat is shown as a very clear, distinct depression. Melaka, Copper Company. Singin, Ornament Gold Company. Breka, Vilaku, Copper Company. See, so very beautifully we are able to recognize the Indian Spragbund words, able to explain each of these graphemes of the Meluha language, Meluha speech. Milaku, Mlecha speech. Next, please. So this person sitting in penance, Kamata is in penance. Kamata is a workshop. Karmastha, metal workshop. Kuti is a smelter, the tree. Flanking this person sitting. Kuti is a hut made of boughs. Kuti is also a smelter. Next, please. So now we can see the famous sign 193, which is seen in Mangala Sutras of most Indian ladies as a symbol. Kuti, hut, house, home. Kuti also is a smelter. Kuti also is a tree. This is how the symbols are signified. And the man sitting with like big horns, like that of a buffalo. Tatar, it's a buffalo horn. He's a goldsmith brass worker. Tatar, brass. And the three twigs emanating from his head could be that of a Mandari, village headman, or Mandari furnace. He's sitting in a penance, Kamata workshop. Next, please. So the famous sign 193 as part of the Mangala Sutra, or Tali in Tamil, and the corresponding text script also related to the coding system. Mushti is fished. Mushti is goldsmith. Next, please. Mushtika. So this becomes also a symbol of the Tulsi Matam, or a structure used for keeping some sacred plant. So Kuti is a hut made of boughs. Kuti is a smelter furnace in Santali language. So Kuti is a hut in many Dravidian languages. So smelter furnace, hut, is signified by this symbol. Next, please. So Kuti is made of boughs, and Kuti is a house. And I have listed all the languages which use a variation of the semantics related to house, abode, or home. We can go through it later. Next, please. So now we can read the text of a day book. That comb sign is the day book. A currycomb. Day book dispatch of furnace implements. Kannada, currycomb, similar sounding word, Karadi eternal. Kannada day book. Next, please.
Yeah, sir, this side of this
So it will be
presentation
to read
because of
them as
Nish.
alphabets. You must read them. Yeah, I think with this we can bring this presentation to a close. And what we have summarized is this. Summary is this: that we can see that each symbol has to be read as a word of the Meluha language, Meluha speech. Meluha, we have seen, is Pragbund, a language union. It united all the languages of our country, the Dorian, Dravidian, Indo-Aryan, because similar sounding words are found with same meaning in all these languages. So the Indian lexicon that I compiled, including tens of thousands of words, categorized into semantic clusters of flora and fauna, and economic court for the civilization, ancient words from these lexicons of all our languages showed very clearly that there is no need to construct separate language dictionaries. There is no need to construct separate etymological dictionaries for Dravidian, Indo-Aryan, Mundarica. Well, we can do it for linguistic purpose studies. But for purpose of analyzing the meanings of symbols, meanings of the flora and fauna symbols, and their representations in speech, we have to go back to the Spragbund, the language union that existed. So that is the framework in which we can reconstruct the Belfort Trade Glossary as we have demonstrated here. And we will demonstrate it again and again in over 9,000 inscriptions of the civilization. So consistently, we can prove that these are not alphabets strung together in text. No, they are all single individual words that must be read as logograph, graphemes, picture words. Picture writing, it's a visual language. Very early language, same type of language that was used in early Egyptian material called in Abydos, 3300 BC. They found ivory tokens, 2 or 3 symbols without any writing. An elephant under a tree and so on. There seems to be a precursor or contemporary of the induscript writing system. Okay, it's a graphemic writing system, it's a visual language writing system, an accounting system, wealth recording system. Okay, that's the summary.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for a wonderful session today. We will close the session for today and we will resume in the next Saturday, same time, 7 p.m.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Jai Sri Ram, sir.
Jai Sri Ram.